Today, we're making a granny bucket bag. It features a round leather base, and we'll crochet the bag's body from the bottom up. We'll attach granny squares to the main body, and then tassels for decoration. Finally, we'll sew pockets inside the bag and attach the shoulder straps. We use colorful yarns to crochet the granny squares and a large ball of light cream yarn for the bag's body. And we use shiny yarn for the tassels. Here is a 3mm crochet hook, a yarn needle, and markers. Firstly, we'll demonstrate to crochet the granny piece. To begin, we'll make a magic ring. Hold the yarn in one hand and wrap it around your finger twice, creating 2 loops. Use your other hand to hold the yarn, then transfer the loops to this hand. Grip the bottom of the loops firmly to keep them secure. Grab the crochet hook and insert it into the large loop. Hook the yarn and pull it through, and you'll see a loop now on the crochet hook. Then, yarn over and pull the yarn through the loop on the hook. This will create a V-shaped stitch. This forms our first chain stitch. Then, we continue with 2 more chain stitches. After completing 3 chain stitches, we have 3 V-shaped stitches. Now, we're going to crochet a double crochet stitch. Let me show you how to do it. Yarn over, so you have 2 loops on the crochet hook. Then, insert the hook into the large loop and hook the yarn, pulling it through. Now, you should have 3 loops on the crochet hook. Yarn over and pull through 2 of the loops on the crochet hook, leaving 2 loops remaining on the hook. Yarn over again and pull through the remaining 2 loops on the hook. This completes our first double crochet stitch, creating another V-shaped stitch. Then, we repeat the process to make another double crochet stitch. With 2 double crochet stitches complete, we now have 3 vertical columns. Then crochet 2 chains. Next, we crochet 3 more double crochet stitches followed by 2 chain stitches. We create a group of 3 double crochet stitches and 2 chains, and then repeat this group 2 more times. Stretch out the loop, and let's take a look at the piece. There are 4 sets of 3 vertical column stitches and 2 chains. Now, let's close the magic ring. Find the short yarn tail. Gently pull the yarn tail to locate the thread that moves. Then, pull this movable thread in the opposite direction to close the hole. And then we pull the yarn tail again to close the loop. Cut off the short tail. Next, locate the first large hole and make a slip stitch to close this round. Stretch out the loop and cut off the yarn. The first round of the granny square is complete. Now, let's move on to the second round. For the second round, switch to blue yarn. Leave a 4 inches yarn tail and tie a single knot. Locate the first large hole next to the slip stitch position, and insert the hook into this hole. Place the blue loop onto the hook, pinch the crochet piece, and press the yarn tail to the back. Hook the loop out of the big hole, then crochet 3 chain stitches. Follow that with 2 double crochet stitches in the same hole. Now, with 3 vertical columns in this hole, continue by making 2 chain stitches. Then, repeat by crocheting 3 more double crochet stitches into the same hole. During the crochet process, press the yarn tail to the back of the piece to secure it in place. After completing 3 double crochet stitches, the 2 chains between the double crochet stitches form a corner, creating a corner of the square shape. Next, crochet 3 double crochet stitches into the next large hole. Continue with 2 chain stitches, followed by 3 double crochet stitches. Let's take a look at the piece. We create a group consisting of 3 double crochet stitches, 2 chain stitches, and 3 double crochet stitches. Crochet this group into each of the 4 big holes to form a square shape. Cut off the yarn tail. Continue crocheting the stitches group into the remaining 2 holes. Finally, make a slip stitch with the first hole to close this round. Cut off the yarn. For the last round, take out the cream color yarn to edge all 4 sides. Leave a 4-inch yarn tail and tie a single knot. Let's locate where the first stitch goes in. It's in the hole beside the slip stitch position. Take the crochet hook and thread it through this hole. Place the cream yarn loop onto the hook, pinch to the crochet piece, and press the yarn tail to the back. Hook the loop out of the big hole, then crochet 1 chain as the turning chain. We'll use single crochet stitches to hem this round. Crochet back to this hole for a single crochet stitch. Insert the hook into this hole, then hook out the loop. You'll have 2 loops on the hook. Yarn over and pull through both loops at once. Now, let's proceed to the second single crochet stitch. We'll crochet into the corresponding stitch of the second vertical column stitch. Hide the yarn tail to the back and crochet the second single stitch. Next, we move on to the third single crochet stitch. For the fourth single crochet stitch, crochet it into the corner hole. Cut off the yarn tail. Then, chain 1, making sure that this chain stitch is similar in size to the other stitches. Then crochet a single crochet stitch into this hole again. You'll notice that we crochet a single crochet stitch, followed by a chain stitch, and then another single crochet stitch at the corner hole. Then, crochet a single crochet stitch in each corresponding stitch of the vertical columns, for a total of 6 single crochet stitches. Now that we've arrived at the corner hole, we repeat the process of crocheting a single crochet stitch, a chain stitch, and then another single crochet stitch. After a chain stitch, we stretch out the loop. Let's count the stitches on this side, including the first single crochet stitch at the corner hole. Each side has 8 single crochet stitches and 1 chain stitch. Let's proceed to crochet 8 single crochet stitches and a chain for the remaining 2 sides. Crochet the last 4 single crochet stitches on this side. Locate the first V-stitch of this side and make a slip stitch to close this round. Cut off the yarn and use a yarn needle to hide the yarn tails. Hide the yarn tails to the back of the stitches and tie knots to secure them. We repeat crocheting the following colors as instructed. Crochet 3 pieces of red and 3 pieces of yellow, and 4 pieces of each of the remaining colors, making a total of 22 pieces of granny squares. Now, let's proceed to the joining section of the granny squares. Take out the 6 flower pieces and place them in the following order. We'll start by joining all the pieces vertically. Let's find the starting point for joining. Look at this side and locate the corner hole, which includes 1 single crochet, 1 chain, and 1 single crochet stitch. Then, find the corresponding stitch of the single crochet stitch on the left side and place a marker. Take out the next piece and locate the connecting corner hole. Find the V-stitch that matches the first single crochet stitch on the right side of the chain stitch, and mark it with a pin. Now let's find the endpoint of the connection, which is also on the same side as the starting point. Look for the single crochet stitch just below the chain stitch of the topmost large hole. Pin a marker. Then, use the same method to find the last joining position on the other piece. Pin marker at this position. With the first 2 pieces connected, we'll use the same method to connect the remaining pieces. Then, we connect the top and bottom pieces using markers. Then, we turn the piece over and start sewing from the back side. Take a 15 inches length of cream yarn, thread it through the yarn needle, and tie a single knot at the end. We begin sewing the pieces together from the bottom up. Start from the stitch marked at bottom. Locate the first V-stitch on the back side, and thread the needle through this V-stitch first. Remove the marker. Then, thread the needle into the first V-stitch on the other piece, and pull the yarn through to the end. Then, pass the needle through the knot loop. Pull the yarn tail tightly to secure it in place. Then, pass through the second set of V-stitches. While doing so, hide the yarn tail in the middle and continue sewing the third set of V-stitches. Continue sewing each set of stitches one by one. Cut off the short yarn tail and continue sewing. We've reached the last stitch. Remove the marker. The bottom two pieces are now joined together, and we'll move on to the top two pieces. Remove the marker. Thread into the first set of stitches of the upper pieces. Tighten the yarn, but not too tightly or loosely. Just enough so that the four pieces come together snugly. Keep on sewing until the last set of stitches. After sewing the last set of stitches of this row, then we sew again and tie a knot at this place. Hide the yarn tail to the back of these stitches. Cut off the yarn. We have connected the first vertical row. Next, we'll refer to the method above to connect the other pieces. Let's take the 6 flower pieces above as a group and repeat this process 3 times to join them together. Then we'll join these 4 granny pieces vertically. Let's vertically sew the remaining pieces together. Now, all the pieces are connected vertically. Now, we will start the horizontal part of the connection. Mark the starting position of the single crochet stitch. Then mark the last connection stitches. Flip over the pieces. We start by connecting the first set of stitches as we did before. Then we pass the knot loop and second set of V-stitches. We pull the yarn tail tightly to secure it in place. Hide the yarn tail in the middle and continue sewing the third set of V-stitches. Continue sewing the other stitches together. Cut off the yarn tail. Once the first set of 2 pieces is connected, we'll directly join to the first single crochet stitches of the pieces above. Keep on sewing pieces together. Now that 2 rows pieces are connected together, we tie a knot in the final stitches and then hide yarn in back stitches. Cut off the yarn. After then, we join the 2 sides of the piece together to form a ring. Repeat the method of connecting pieces vertically to join the 2 sides together. Once the last 2 stitches are connected together, tie a knot in the final stitches and then hide the yarn tails in the back stitches. Cut off the yarn. The granny square part is finished. Flip the crochet piece over to the front.